$18 billion. That's the volume of real estate sales that took place in 2024 in the greater Sacramento Valley region. I'm Mela Fratarcangeli, founding partner with Onyx Real Estate, and today we're talking about what happened in real estate in 2024 and what the prediction for 2025 is. So we had $18.9 billion in volume of real estate sold in the Sacramento region last year. That's a $1.6 billion increase from 2023. And last year, most people felt that the real estate market was a little sluggish, with interest rates going up, going down, and ending the year higher than where they started. But interestingly enough, even with rates going up, we saw some modest, and I mean modest, price growth. It was about 4%. That varied based upon neighborhoods, price point, but about 4%, which is a little bit below what is the historical average, which is right around 5%. With those sorts of trends, we saw more buyers come into the market. And even though we saw more buyers come into the market, they got a little bit tired of waiting on the sidelines. We saw days on market increase. It's interesting, so many people think about 2021 and 2022 when homes were flying off the market. And if it didn't sell in that first weekend, there was something wrong. Well, if we look at 2024 and compare it to our last, what we consider normal real estate year, which is 2019, days on market are comparable to 2019. Overall, about 40 days on the market, so about 5 weeks to sell a home, is considered normal. So what can we expect for 2025? Even though we saw prices increase slightly and there were more buyers in the market, we actually saw the days on market increase to about 40 plus days on the market, 40, 45 days. And it's interesting, we all got so spoiled in 21, 22, and even early 23 when homes sold in a weekend. And if they didn't, you were wondering what was wrong. Well, if you look back at 2019, which those of us who've been in the business as long as I have, consider that the last normal year in real estate, the average days on the market was around 40. So what we experienced in 2024 was actually really normal. And one of the reasons why the days on market increased was because we saw more sellers in the market. We had about 3,500 more new listings in 2024 than we did in 2023. However, there were only about 1,100 more sales. So more listings, more competition, that related to longer days on the market. Now you're probably wondering, what is 2025 going to bring? You know, last year there was so much talk. The Fed was going to be dropping rates. You know, they dropped rates once in the fourth quarter. We expected they would drop rates again, or that's what we had been told would happen. And it didn't. Rates actually ended the year higher than where they started. So what's going to happen this year? A couple things that we need to look for in terms of the trends. First of all, rates will be one of the key factors with what happens in the real estate market. It's expected rates are going to be between 6.25% and maybe even as high as 7 or 7.25%. They're not going to get lower, or at least it's not expected that they'll get lower. Now, that being said, interestingly enough, it's expected more buyers are going to come back in the market. And we're already starting to see that. I think buyers have gotten tired of waiting. Home prices have not come down. Even though they only had modest growth last year, they're expected to increase again modestly this year. And so with the higher rates and prices going up, it's just getting more expensive to buy a home. So buyers are tired of waiting. We will definitely see more buyers in 2025. That being said, we're also going to see more sellers. There's going to be more competition. So what that means, if you're thinking about selling, it's important to be aware that buyers are super price sensitive, and to get the best results in selling, you need to make sure that you're bringing the best product to market, because buyers are either going to be looking for one of two things, either a great deal or something that is absolutely pristine and checks all of their boxes. Here are a few other trends that we'll want to take a look at and expect in 2025. So buyer demand is expected to increase. Over the last couple of years, the millennials have been a big driving factor in buyer demand. They were at the prime age for purchasing their first home. And now as the millennials are aging a little bit, we are starting to see those Gen Z buyers come into the market. Those buyers who said that they would never buy a home have started to enter the market. And that increased demand is going to help the market in 2025. The other trend in the market that we need to be aware of, and this is a critical trend, one that's somewhat out of our control, is that insurance is also going to be a trend that's going to play into the real estate market in 2025. Over the last couple of years, insurance has been an issue. Carriers have left the state of California, premiums have gone up, and if you're in certain areas, Auburn, Placer County, El Dorado Hills, El Dorado County, insurance premiums have gone up tremendously. A lot of people are even on the FAIR plan. That is going to continue. And now, in light of the recent turn of events with the tragic fires in Southern California, that could make the insurance problem even bigger. And that impacts what buyers can afford, what areas they're willing to buy homes in. And so that may impact property values. So what does this mean for you? Who you work with is more important than ever before, whether you're buying or selling. If you are thinking about making a move in 2025 and want to explore what are your options, we'd love to chat with you. So subscribe to our channel. That way you can keep up to date on what's happening in the market and your neighborhood.